Welcome to Garden Luxe. Today, we're taking you on a visual journey through 20 Rustic Luxe garden decor ideas, inspired by the timeless charm of Joanna Gaines. Let these breathtaking scenes spark your creativity for your own backyard oasis. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more garden inspiration. A golden sunrise bathes a charming backyard in soft light as gravel paths wind between blooming peonies and lavender. A rustic wooden arch wrapped in roses leads into the floral haven, while shadows dance beneath trees and birdsong drifts through the air, creating a poetic, welcoming atmosphere. Warm cobblestones stretch beneath a whitewashed pergola draped in wisteria. Hydrangeas bloom in soft blues along the edges, cradled by antique borders. Light dances on aged bricks and potted herbs, while a breeze stirs the air, bringing the scent of jasmine and the gentle creak of wood overhead. From a wide angle, layers of flowers form a canvas of color. Zinnias, snapdragons, and cosmos sway in rhythm. A tiered stone fountain gurgles at the center, surrounded by terracotta urns and boxwoods. This elegant composition captures the grace of an artist's garden in full, immersive bloom. Brick-bordered paths curve toward a secluded courtyard framed by lavender rose and wild marigolds. A reclaimed wooden bench rests near a bed of daisies, while warm light highlights the foliage. This rustic luxe scene feels both curated and alive, inviting a slow stroll and quiet reflection. From above, a floral mosaic unfolds, layered beds of foxgloves and delphiniums framed by dry stone borders and flowering herbs. A driftwood arbor rises at the far edge, wrapped in climbing morning glories. Every detail glows beneath the soft light, evoking rustic romance and European charm. A symmetrical garden opens with cobbled courtyards and clipped hedges guiding the eye to espaliered fruit trees. Color-themed flower beds bloom in coral and ivory, framed by gravel paths and clay pots. This setting balances vintage structure with natural flow, creating timeless, curated elegance. A narrow garden path invites exploration, flanked by towering hollyhocks and troughs of calendula. Brick pavers lead beneath a trellis laced with vines, casting leafy shadows. Lavender in clay pots softens the edges, and every step feels like a walk through a poetic countryside vignette. Beyond a wide patio, the garden flows with grace. Flowering sage, yarrow, and scabiosa fill the beds in layers of mauve, white, and green. Low stone walls and mirror-like water features add quiet drama. Tall trees cast soft shadows, completing the rustic luxe harmony. A wooden pergola anchors a raised floral platform where floribunda roses and sweet alyssum cascade over stone. A timber bench sits quietly nearby. Pale gravel paths outline the beds, and sunlight gently kisses every bloom. This garden feels secluded, intentional, and effortlessly serene. A compact garden reveals a layered composition of flower beds, stone borders, and mossy pavers. Balm and coral bells nestle beside ornamental cabbages, forming a living tapestry. The warm light glimmers through trees, illuminating textures of leaf, soil, and stone in perfect balance. A terraced garden climbs a gentle slope, with each level bursting in native grasses and wildflowers. Flagstone steps connect the levels, framed by willow borders and climbing clematis. Soft sunlight glows across the layers, and the air carries the scent of blooming herbs. Geometric charm takes form in raised cedar beds arranged symmetrically. Echinacea, poppies, and phlox bloom in sun-washed harmony, framed by gravel paths and galvanized edges. A rustic fence lined with ivy forms a backdrop of texture and depth, bringing order and abundance together. Peeking through a vine-wrapped arch, a backyard explodes with whimsy. A circular bed bursts with blue flax and rudbeckia, edged in vintage tiles. A garden shed in soft sage stands in the distance, lending structure and nostalgia to a free-flowing floral wonderland. A garden courtyard rests behind stone walls cloaked in climbing roses. Ground covers spread beneath towering foxgloves and larkspur. A birdhouse hangs gently on the wall, and shadows play beneath a vine-draped trellis. Every element breathes with charm and botanical rhythm. linear garden stretches with raised beds on either side of a gravel path. Feverfew and phlox bloom along the cedar frames, backed by ivy-covered fences. Antique garden tools add rustic character, and the morning light paints every petal in soft, golden hues. A U-shaped bed wraps around a tidy lawn, filled with layered plantings of heuchera, daisies, and clematis climbing iron obelisks. Stone walls rise softly behind, brushed with vines. The light here is warm and dreamy, revealing depth in texture and hue. A mirrored garden layout leads toward a small glass greenhouse, centered in perfect balance. Daisies, coreopsis, and butterfly bush bloom in rhythm, anchored by low lanterns and garden labels. The light cuts across in a gentle slant, making the flowers shimmer like watercolor. A rustic brick path curves through tall, untamed beds of cosmos, asters, and ferns. A weathered gate stands at the edge, with baskets of clippings resting nearby. The scene feels spontaneous and storied, where every corner invites curiosity and quiet inspiration. A wide path of crushed granite leads through gently raised beds filled with lamb's ear, geraniums, and coneflowers. A stone wall supports the floral abundance, and privacy hedges sway in the breeze. Materials, textures, and light converge to create a peaceful outdoor escape. The edge of a lush lawn reveals a grand, curved border filled with ornamental grasses, lupin, and roses in full bloom. A terracotta birdbath adds an earthy focal point, while pebble edging softens the transition. Soft ambient light completes this garden's rustic luxe symphony. Thank you for joining us on this elegant garden tour. We hope these lush and beautifully styled backyard ideas inspire your next outdoor transformation. Which look was your favorite? Share your thoughts below, give us a thumbs up, and hit subscribe for more dreamy garden design ideas only on Garden Luxe.